Hey guys, welcome back to the layout once again. As you see, we're actually making a fair amount of progress. Over here, I'm not sure if we showed this to you already, but we do have the cork down around most of the layout, and we've started track here as well. So much of this is getting soldered right now, so what I'm going to do is just show you a little bit of the process of doing cork and laying the track and all that, and then we'll step away once we get most of the track done. So I'm going to take a break right here. We're going to look at how we do the cork road bed and how we glue that down and all that, and then we'll take a look at how we do the track and the soldering and determining the curves and stuff like that. So we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. Okay,
so the first step to laying track is putting down cork, unless you're using easy track, it sucks, but whatever. So yeah, what you want to do is first establish what the curve you want and where you want your track to go, obviously. And I kind of do it freehand by just kind of laying out the curve, and it helps that you already cut the sub-road bed to the radius you want.
Yeah.
So I literally just center it, the radius that you want, hold it down, and then mark it with a pencil. I don't know if you can see, but I only mark the line that I'm going to be tracing. And then we use hot glue because it's easier than using anything else. It dries very slow. You can really slap it down, and
basically everyone will tell you not to do that, but it's worked perfectly for us.
and it's fast, and it allows you to get stuff done quickly. You have to wait for everything to dry. So yeah. So it's basically simple. You start by putting a little bit of glue down. I like to tack the end of the strip down first, and then work from there. And then literally, I'm just going to follow this line and just apply this cork along this curve right here. So, like that. And that looks good. And you can see why I like hot glue, because it's literally just so fast. This is already like attached.
Yeah. And that's as attached as it's going to get. It dries so quickly.
So this one here.
Horrible cameraman. I
Yeah.
don't know what I'm doing.
Okay, so yeah, as you see, I usually do a one strip first. Get this strip down, and the second strip is literally you just throw it in place. Let's get it nice and attached. So yeah, cork's pretty simple.
Yeah.
There's not really like a certain right and wrong way to do it, as long as it ends up the way you want, I guess. And there you go. So there was one strip done. Alright, so the next step to laying track after the cork down is to actually put the track on the cork. And so yeah, you obviously attach your track with rail joiners. These are shunner harness, so they're like impossible to put on. But
yeah, they're kind of weird.
Yeah, they come like shut. And
yeah,
so
this won't focus. Hold on, I'm gonna try to get this. Just to get a better look. They're kind of nice though, because it looks like they're kind of like bolts on the side, but then they're like these little triangles, and then they're like shut on the top. So they're like impossible to put on.
Yeah. So we've been opening them up with an X-Acto knife, but yeah. So after you get your rail joiners on your one piece, obviously you want to connect it. It's kind of self-explanatory. There's one, and there's the other. And with flush track, you always want to have the, there's going to be one rail that's attached to the ties, there's going to be one rail that's loose. You want the loose rail on the inside of the corner, obviously, so as you bend it, you can see that one side getting longer, and then you will cut that at the end and keep laying track. So yeah, after you have your track together, you're going to want to solder it. Just dropped everything. Alright, let me see. So unorganized. Where is the solder? So yeah, you want to take your solder. This is what? Yeah, you can.
Rosin core. I think that's the best stuff. Just rosin core, silver solder.
Yeah,
I'm not sure it matters what size, but
does it already have flux in it?
I can't remember. It might.
Yeah. All right. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, you want to take your solder and your soldering iron. Hold on, let me get this unraveled.
Not advised, but.
Okay. So yeah. And you want to center your rail joiner along the gap between the rails. It doesn't really matter, but I just like to. And ideally, you want to solder the joint when the track is straight, so you don't get any kinks in the connection. But a little bit of a bend won't really matter. And yeah, then you just want to apply heat to the joint, and then slowly feed in your solder. And yeah, you get a nice bond. Ow, this is hot. Yeah, and it'll look like that.
Looks pretty good. And eventually when it's painted,
it'll blend in. And then on the other side. And it's not difficult. It just takes a little bit of getting used to, unless you have a technique down and goes really fast. And yeah, after that dries, you can cools.
Yeah.
You can then bend your track to the radius you want, and you can see that looks good.
Yeah.
And that's basically it.
Yeah, and then when all we have to do is pin it down, and the next step will be gluing it down, which I will show you now. Alright guys, so I'm gonna start gluing on this end because right now Ryan's dropping feeders, so I'm gonna work that way. But anyway, I just wanted to show you like what you do when you're gluing. So you can see I've already got a section.
Hold on, question real quick.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, so then what I'm gonna do is just like loosely pull up the track, and then okay, we're gonna be in the way here. That's okay.
No, it's all good.
So just pull up the track a little bit, and then I'm gonna take this heavy-duty liquid nails adhesive and just put kind of like a thin bead right down the middle. Oh boy, right there.
Oh, that sucks.
What? Oh, is
that's
that right
the one. Yeah, screw that one.
Okay, you can skip that one. Yeah. And then just take my putty knife clearly, and then you just want to like spread a thin layer here. Not like too thin, but I mean you want it to be like somewhat white, and it doesn't have to be perfect either. So you see, like that's not really a consistent bead. So I might come in and put a little more, but if I get this where I want it, and then I tack it, like I'll just tack it right there, and then I'll come in with maybe like another tube of something, and you can just set that right on the rails, and it should hold it down, and you're good. But if, I don't know, don't put too much because you don't want it to seep through the ties, but if you do have problems with it not sticking, you can add a little bit more. So anyway, that's how you do that. So now we're going to move on to doing feeders, I guess.